What's up, everybody? This is the Power 5 here on Wager Talk TV, Thursday, August 3rd. I am, of course, Bryan Power, and loud and clear, every morning, I bring you the 5 things you need to know for the day, where the market is moving, who to sell high on, who to buy low on, our favorite stat of the day, and, of course, at the end, we wrap it up with free play, our power play of the day. But first, a reminder to please smash that like button. Give this show a thumbs up. Also, go ahead after you've hit the thumbs up button and comment away. Love to hear back from you. We've had a ton of feedback the last couple days. I love it. I want to see that keep going. Yesterday, we had a nice follow-up discussion on why I'm taking the Cubs in the division market rather than just to make the playoffs. If you listened to the show yesterday, you know it's a hedge on my existing bet, 19-1 on the Reds to win the NL Central. But let me know what you think of the show in that comments section. Let me know if you like the power play of the day, if you disagree with it. Let us know your favorite bet of the day. And, of course, if you already haven't done so, and I'm sure you have, go ahead and subscribe to the Wager Talk YouTube channel. Tons of great sports betting content each and every day, not just this show. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be on with Prez co-hosting Wager Talk today at noon Eastern time. Okay, let's start the Power 5 off the same way we always do, and that is by looking at the wagertalk.com odds screen for a check at how the market is moving. The total for Mariners Angels has gone from 8 to 8.5. That's interesting because Ohtani is on the mound for the Angels. And remember, though, prior to his complete game one-hit shutout last Thursday against the Tigers, it was a historic doubleheader for Ohtani, he'd been struggling a bit on the mound. Gave up 5 runs in each of his first 3 July starts. But I think the primary reason we've seen this total move is because of the other starters. Seattle's Bryan Woo, who has an 8.16 ERA and 1.75 whip his last 3 starts. I'll have more on this game in a moment. But again, bettors on the over, at least early on in Angels-Mariners. The total has gone from 8 to 8.5. Another total on the move is Astros-Yankees. Only bettors are thinking under in this one. Numbers gone from 9 to 8.5. Clark Schmidt on the mound for the Yankees. Team's 5-0 in his last 5 starts, and don't be fooled by his 4.32 ERA in the last 3 because his whip in those same starts is .96. Schmidt has actually allowed 3 earned runs or less in 12 consecutive starts, I believe 17 of 21 overall this season. Houston Christian Javier, on the other side of the ledger, his recent efforts don't support an underplay. 0-1 with a 7.84 ERA his last 8 starts. But he's getting to face a Yankees lineup that, needless to say, we all know it has been anemic, even with Aaron Judge back. Now, the Yankees did have a rare big night at the plate last night. They get the win over the Rays, but bettors obviously don't have much faith in them doing that 2 nights in a row. Houston, 10-4 its last 14 games after a 3-game sweep of Cleveland. The Yankees, just 8-14 since July 5th, despite last night's win. Again, bettors thinking under here. The number has moved from 9 to 8.5. Okay, let's move to sell high, and the target for today is Miami starter Johnny Cueto. Note in early start time, 12:10 Eastern, as Cueto and the Fish host the Phillies in the finale of a 4-game series. These teams have played a couple wild games the last 2 days, haven't they? We saw Phillies steal one 2 nights ago with 3 runs in the top of the 9th. Miami comes back from a 5-run deficit to win last night. But back to Cueto, since returning from the IL, he's posted a 3 ERA in his last 3 starts. I don't think that's going to continue. A lot of the advanced metrics suggest regression is on the way, and so I'm saying fade Cueto against the Phillies. Michael Lorenzen making his Philly debut in this spot. Even with the better-than-anticipated numbers, Cueto, the team's 0-4 when he is on the mound this season. So, I know that kind of doesn't make sense. Like, sell high. The guy's 0-4. The team record is 0-4 on the mound, but it's his individual stats I'm talking about here. Cueto's not going to pitch as well moving forward as we've seen recently. We're selling high on Johnny Cueto today. Again, that's a 12:10 Eastern start. Buy low. I don't know if the Angels qualify as a classic buy low today. They are -160 favorites with Ohtani on the mound after all. But I'm going to shoehorn them into this spot anyway. We know they've been struggling as of late with runners in scoring position. Now a mind-numbing 5 for 46 the last 6 games in that situation. But Ohtani has historically dominated a Mariners team that is tied for MLB's best record since the start of July, 17-9. Ohtani, unbeaten in 8 career starts versus the M's. 2.02 ERA. Going back to that market mover segment, if bettors are correct in thinking this game over, it goes over, it is my opinion it's probably going to be with the Angels doing the heavy lifting. Look for the Angels potentially as a buy low with Ohtani on the mound. Stat of the day. Did you know Twin starter Sonny Gray has not won since April 30th? That's recorded a winning decision, I should say. Twins relievers have really betrayed Gray. They've blown a save opportunity in 9 of his last 14 starts. Gray's actually pitched pretty well during that time. For the record, he's a minus 140 favorite tonight for a rubber match in St. Louis. But again, that's stat of the day. Sonny Gray, 0 wins since April 30th. Okay, before we get to today's power play of the day, I've got some housekeeping to attend to. First off, the NFL is back, and my Hall of Fame game selection for tonight is up and ready for purchase. Get it by visiting wt.buzz/BP. I cashed the Hall of Fame game last year over, which was my very first NFL selection here at Wager Talk. And I, of course, ended the season with back-to-back 5% winners on the Chiefs, both in the AFC title game and the Super Bowl. Let's start another season off right with my Hall of Fame game selection. Again, head on over wt.buzz/BP to pick that one up right now. College football also on the horizon. Last season, not only did I finish number 1 with plays rated 4% or higher, hitting 60%, but I began the year by winning each of my first 7 selections overall. You can get all of my college football selections for free through the end of September when you purchase the rest of my MLB season at Wager Talk. As a reminder, I was Wager Talk's most profitable MLB capper from last year's playoffs through the All-Star break. Again, wt.buzz/BP to take advantage of an over $300 savings. That offer, I believe, expires on Sunday, so only a few days left. Okay, now to the power play of the day. Let's look at the first 5 over in Pirates-Brewers. 2 struggling starters on the mound in this one. Mitch Keller for the Pirates and Adrian Hauser for the Brewers. Keller got off to a great start to the season. Remember that? So did the Pirates. Their starting rotation actually had the lowest ERA in baseball at the end of April. Since then, they've gone in the toilet. Basically a 55-win pace since that first month of the season. And Keller, he's joined his teammates in the toilet last 3 starts. 8.64 ERA, 1.86 WHIP during that time. Hauser for Milwaukee, a 6.89 ERA and 1.66 WHIP. His last 3 starts. I'm saying go with the first 5 over in this game. That first 5 over is 4.5. I think we're going to see some runs early as the Pirates and Brewers open a weekend series. That is it for the Power 5 for Thursday, August 3rd. Now let's all go and cash some tickets.